So, guys, first of all, welcome to the webinar and thanks a lot for joining it right now. For people who are based out of India, thanks a lot for it's. I'm sure that it's certainly late for you guys, but thanks a lot for joining in. Before I start with the webinar, let me give you a brief context behind the reason for this webinar. Okay. So, at Ajackus, we have been in this industry for more than 10 years right now. We have held more than uh, we have held many companies to build their teams through us. So we have built more than 100 teams for different companies. We have worked across 15 industries till date. So we have come across certain pain points when we have worked with our clients. Uh, so we would love to share those insights with you guys. We would love to help you understand that how can you do the team augmentation right for yourself, especially when you're looking for team augmentation partner in India, and how can you accelerate your organization with the world's biggest tech talent pool. As far as the agenda of this webinar is concerned, we'll be initiating this session with challenges by discussing contemporary challenges when it comes to tech hiring. We'll be trying to understand that what are the challenges that are expected in next 4 to 5 years in this industry. Uh, we will help you understand that why more and more companies are looking towards team augmentation as a preferred model to address these challenges. One of the major pain points that we come across when we are dealing with our clients is that they are not unable to identify the right tech partners who can meet their tech hiring needs. So we'll be having a good discussion on what are the criteria that you're supposed to look for to ensure that you can identify the right tech partner. And eventually we'll be wrapping up this session by giving you a real life case study about how we at Ajackus helped one of our clients to build their tech team in a very short duration. My name is Anshul and I work as a sales manager at Ajackus. I will be leading this session for you guys. Joining me later in this session will be Urvi, who will be speaking about her experience with our clients. She is a senior engineering manager with Ajackus. Maulik, who is our founder, he is the person who has helped establish this company in last 10 years. He oversaw the entire process where he helped to build more than 100 teams across 15 industries for Ajackus. So he will be sharing his insights and we will be eagerly waiting for those insights as well. Great. Now, let's discuss about that what are the contemporary challenges that most of the founders and engineering managers face when it comes to tech hiring in today's date. Now, I am quite sure that you are aware about the bandwidth that you or your team has to spend to find that one good front-end developer. If I talk about few of the statistics, most of the organizations today are taking more than 49 days for each and every good software engineer hire. Your teams are going through 230 applications for each and every hire. Organizations are spending more than $4,000 on each and every good hire, and almost 24 days are being taken to complete the evaluation process for software engineers. So your the kind of bandwidth that is being invested just to ensure that you get the right talent is enormous. Your next question might be, are these things going to improve or are things going to become more complex in the coming years? Well, unfortunately, the challenges are only going to increase. According to US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the rise in demand for software engineers is going to increase by as high as 22% compared to the other jobs by 2029. As per IMF report, there's an expectation that there will be a shortage of 85 million tech workers by 2030. So, when I talk about today's scenario, almost 76% of employers struggle to get the right secured skilled IT talent. These things are only going to become more complex. So it's very important for the organization for look for ways where they can have more innovative recruitment strategies. This is where some companies are looking for team augmentation as a preferred model to address these challenges. If you are someone who is looking for considering team augmentation, try to understand that what are the major pain points that you might have right now, due to which team augmentation might be a good model for you. So, for example, if you feel that you do not have the required skill or required experience in house, you can opt for team augmentation as a model. If you feel that you do not want to spend the kind of bandwidth that companies often take to get to a good hire, team augmentation gives you a good uh, option of getting the skill set in a short period of time. The flexibility that you get with a good tech partner is something which is you have this flexibility of scaling teams up and down with the right tech partner, and it also ensures that you can reduce the costs, that reduce the budgets that are currently investing in your projects. To give you some idea about the major reasons why most companies are looking for team augmentation today is, let's look at the top three reasons. You can clearly see here that increase in efficiency, increase in available expertise, as well as increasing flexibility are the top three reasons why companies are looking for team augmentation. Let's deep dive a little bit into these buckets and the advantages of team augmentation on these particular pointers. So, as far as recruitment efficiency is concerned, the major advantage that you get with a good tech partner is that you are able to structure your hiring, training, and onboarding. How do you do that? Well, you get access to a huge global talent pool. For example, with territories like India, they have a great reputation of giving really good software engineer with skill set even in niche skills such as artificial intelligence and machine learning. So you get access to that huge global talent pool. Most of the good tech partners have a huge candidate database at the back end, so you do manage to ensure that if you're looking to hire through these organizations, then they can give you a good talent with a right technical skill set, with the right soft skills, and the transition time is relatively lower. With a good tech partner, you can rest assured for yourself that you can build your teams within a period of 1 to 3 weeks. Some of the other advantages that you will be getting with team augmentation is, let's say that your project has a demand for someone with an expertise in Python or Java or JavaScript. Well, with a good tech partner, you can ensure that these skill sets are very easily available. Even if your project is looking for someone with an expertise in niche skill sets such as blockchain or machine learning or even cybersecurity for that matter, you can always look for team augmentation partner to cater to your demands. uh, one of our many of one of our clients, the experience that I have got with one of our clients is that they also utilize our services to ensure that they can get expertise, good ideas from senior engineering managers. So when it comes to your product roadmap, if you're looking for fresh set of ideas, you can always look for external vendors. uh, if your own in-house team is required for certain projects where the demand is high or the project requires that it needs to be accelerated, the vital resources can be allocated over there, and team augmentation can be used to fill in the skill gap that happened as a result of that particular process. Another factor that is important for the organization with team augmentation is that when you leverage the global talent, different markets have different labor costs. So, for example, India is one of the market where the labor cost is lesser compared to the West. So you can get high quality resources. You can ensure that the budget that is being invested in your project is at a much lower end. With team augmentation, you are able to save huge gamut of costs. So we are talking about the infrastructure cost, we are talking about payroll management, we are talking about the employee benefits, we are talking about the HR costs. All of these costs can be easily reduced if you're not hiring someone on a permanent basis, and if you do that through the tech team outsourcing. uh, so I would like to understand from you, when you're looking for team augmentation, What is the primary challenge that you would like to address through the team augmentation? Is it to enhance your own recruitment efficiency? Or is it to optimize the tech resource accessibility? Is it to increase productivity or reduce cost? Or if you have any other reasons, I would like to hear back from you. Okay, guys, let me know if anything's come in your mind, the reason why you would be looking for an external team augmentation partner. We would love to hear back from you. Now, when we have talked about the benefits of team augmentation, the next question which comes in with a lot of founders as well as engineering managers is that whenever they have tried for team augmentation partner, the partnership has not been successful. The reason being is that if you want a successful partnership when it comes to team augmentation, you have to be very clear about the criteria that are required that you need to identify to ensure that you can determine the right tech partner for yourself. So, uh, when you're shortlisting the tech partners for the purpose of team augmentation, it's very important for you to go through the portfolios and case studies that are often available on the website of these partners. So you have to look for whether these partners have worked in the industry where you are already working or not, whether they have worked on the similar projects that you have got internally or not. In fact, there are websites such as Clutch as well as Good Firms where you can check out the reviews of these partners. You can look into various factors, such as, for example, what is the reliability and the quality of work that these partners, for the past projects of these partners, what are the problem solving abilities that these partners have displayed with their other clients. Always opt for partners who are open to working on a short term project or some sort of technical evaluation. So that is something which is very important for you. It's also extremely important that you look for partners that are very extremely flexible in their engagement. So there are ways, for example, you can opt for models such as dedicated teams or project based model that will depend on the project size, duration, as well as complexity of your own project. Try to understand the width of the skill sets that your partner provides. So it will help you to determine the scalability of your tech partner. It's important for your tech partners to have a very strong communication protocol. So whenever you are shortlisting your partners, be very clear about what will be the weekly meeting flow look like. How will you be getting regular updates as far as the team is concerned? Be very transparent and ask questions regarding what would be the escalation path when it comes to these partners. Ensure that you ensure that you determine your priority for yourself. For example, if you're going for a team augmentation partner, are you looking for someone uh, who needs to work very closely with your in-house team, so try to ensure that he works in a similar time zone? Or are you looking for a 24 into 7 support? So you need to be very clear on it so that your partner is aligned with the compatibility and the requirements that you have got for the team augmentation. It's very important again that you should be able to define the technical requirements very clearly to your partner. Be very transparent with the technologies, skills, and the experience that you're looking for. Try to ensure that your partner is completely aligned, whether your primary business objective is scaling your team or reducing your costs or accelerating time to market. It's always good to have partners where you can have some sort of cultural compatibility. So try to understand their beliefs, their vision, the work culture that they have in the organization, the engineering culture that they have within the organization, and try to see if they align with your own vision and beliefs that you have with your own organization. A good cultural fit ensures that the communication is much more streamlined. When you are going for team augmentation, security as well as IP protection is all should always be a top priority. So be very upfront with your partner that what are the sort of NDAs that you can sign. Try to understand the data secrecy practices that your partner implements. Try to understand that uh, that what are the cloud secrets management and what is the centralized admin oversight that your partner has. So be very upfront with these questions. You need to ensure that your partner maintains confidentiality when you are partnering with him. So with that part, I would like Urvi to take over so that she can share her experience on how we at Ajackus helped one of our clients to build a team in a very short time frame. Urvi, over to you.
Thank you, Anshul, for these wonderful insights. I'm sure this will help the audience who are present here in their day to day life and when they are making any decisions. So, good morning and good evening, everyone. My name is Urvi Shah, and I am working with Ajackus for last 4 years as senior engineering manager. I have total around 17 years of experience in this industry, and I am associated with staff augmentation for last 6 years. So, let me share a case study with you where we had to hire 15 candidates in just 30 days. We had the time of 1 month and we had to hire the engineers, including developers, QA, and DevOps. Our goal was very clear. We wanted to hire the right talent from the large pool of candidates. We wanted to make sure that the candidate is having smooth onboarding. We are training the employees in a way that they are having all in and out all knowledge about the product and organization, and we wanted to continuously align them towards the goals and the requirements. So moving on, yeah, so we started with the hiring. That was the most important process, as we know that it is difficult because there is a lot of risk, but we wanted to avoid that. So we took our first step by making sure that we are syncing with our hiring managers and we are setting the right context from the beginning only. So we took the proactive step and reached out to our hiring manager to ensure that the job requirements are clear. We mapped the job requirements with the career ladder from the client's end, and we created the draft document. We shared it with our client and we made sure that we are considering all those details which were shared by the hiring manager. So we created our draft, we got the approval for that. Also, we made sure that we are creating right communication channels with hiring managers, so that in case of any requirement, their inputs, or and also we can just keep them up to date in terms of hiring pipeline. We had to approve our questions which would be used for a sync interview as well. So it does not end here. The next part was more challenging, but to make sure that everything is streamlined, we used our own product called Technic, which is an interviewing platform, and we use it to automate our process and the hiring things. So here is what you can see. Technique is look like this. We can see all the candidates who are present here in the system. User can take a look at the experience, their availability, and their skill sets. uh, uh, Detail For the details, we just need to click on the candidate name, and we can see the details about the candidate, which includes the email address, their total experience, skill sets, their availability, and also most importantly we can review the interview recordings. So we just did not want that interview is just happening for the sake of, or candidate is just performing good in the interview. Rather, we wanted to make sure that the candidate is aligned with the organization goal. So we wanted to add some scenario based questions as well. So we were able to do that using Technique. Technique shows the detailed report about all these candidates, including behavioral competencies, knowledge competencies, and coding and problem solving. So we could record everything. At the end we had the scoring as well. We wanted to narrow down the pool of candidates by screening them. So we had a telephone round as well to understand about, their communication quality, their behavior, how do they think about a particular situation. So all these factors were being considered while screening and interviewing them. As you see, you can review the report about each and every skill set as well. And we were able to, share these details with our hiring manager. Once that was done, our next task was to have the asynchronous interview. So async interview is something, the interviewer or the hiring manager can review the recordings done by the candidates in advance. So here there is no constraint of time zone related challenges. We can just assess candidates skills, behaviors, their quality of communication using this pre-recorded video. And it was helpful for the client as well. We also did the background checks to make sure that, whatever information is being provided by the candidate is accurate. So that was a part of hiring. After that, we worked on some recommendations. We shared those recommendations with the hiring manager, and we had those communications, some back and forth. But the speed of this communication, the pace was very fast because we were using our own technique platform, and it made this process streamlined and very easy to work with. So that was all about hiring. After that, we had to work on the onboarding of those candidates. We all know that onboarding is required for the new joinees because they need to be familiarized with the organization and the team members. We started with providing them with the required devices, be it laptop or iPhone or iPad, according to their project needs. For example, for some of them, Mac was required. So we made sure that we are providing them those devices, and also we ensure that those devices are capable enough to store sensitive data, and we had, they can prevent the cyber attacks as well. We worked on assigning them the onboarding buddy, one who is already part of Ajackus and has spent good amount of time along with client as well. So that buddy had helped the new joinees in understanding the culture, the queries they raised, or introduce them to the team members. They help everywhere, and we could see the positive results as well. As the hiring was going to happen for the existing client, we made sure that we are sharing all relevant documents, including Confluence, Jira, product learning sessions, some learning portal access, so that the candidate is aware about how the organization works and the product they would be working on. We ensure that we are creating the onboarding plans for them. It could be 7 days plan, 15 days plan, and we decided what they would be doing within a month, using Trello board, as our client is using the Trello board for, this kind of onboarding plans. So we made sure that from the time employee is being productive and start contributing on the live product, he is productive enough, and he had that positivity. uh, Training was also essential, is, as every organization is required to have those training programs, which included technical training. So we identified some gaps in the employees who are working on the same team, and just to fill up those gaps, we ensure that we are sharing the right training materials to them. We shared some online portal access so that they can learn specific skills online. And also it created, a positive environment from organization's perspective. So it really helped boost their morale. um, After technical training, we had gone through cultural training as well for them, to ensure that as they would be working on the working with the diverse teams across the world, whenever they had to navigate with cultural related challenges, they would be easily able to manage it. And we could see that It was, when employee feels that their unique background and culture is being appreciated, it totally impacted their outputs. We are also aware about the soft skills, because they are not something to be overlooked, and we made sure that we are giving the importance to this skill, the way we are doing for technical training. So we ensure that they are learning some skills like time management, stress management, how to how to provide the concise and clear updates to the team members, also how to listen carefully, and how to revert back or respond empathetically. So those kind of skill set were already being given as a part of training. We also provided them the security training. We are planning to work on certifications part, because we observe that some of the DevOps engineers which are joined recently, we found them, we made them aware that certification is required for their professional growth. So under our certification reimbursement policy, we decided to sponsor them, just to support their growth. Alignment was also important, as it is a foundation of productive team, and it is not just one time activity, but it is a continuous process of aligning the team members towards the goals. So we are doing the regular one on ones with onshore managers to make sure that we are getting the right feedback, and we are discussing the same points of improvements with the team members, also help them navigate to the career ladder, so that they are also aware that we do care about their growth. We make sure that we are doing sufficient retrospection after every cycle, so we can clearly discuss about what were the points which needed to be improved, what are the next action items for the next working cycle, and we are providing them the open stage to mention their challenges, to discuss their problems with other team members as well. We are planning to provide some additional support in terms of, we wanted to see that if the existing team members who have already spent a decent amount of time with their organization, they can also review their PRs before it reaches to the onshore team members. We are planning to do that as well. And we observe, by doing that, we observe that 50% of their repeating errors were already resolved, and they were able to reduce the turnaround time of the ticket. So it was a helpful step for us, and we are planning to continue the same for the future as well. We do understand very well the importance of communication, so we cannot afford to be inflexible, uh, just to make sure that everything is working good. So we are making sure that we are having those 3 to 4 hours of overlapping daily with the client, so that we can get involved with them for some retrospection, for brainstorming session, for stand-ups. So everyone working in the same team is aligned on the goals, and expectations are clear. We are also ensuring that the team members who are working with the client, they are also well versed about this strategy, so that they are also trying to be as flexible as they can do, and they are providing their best outputs. So that was all about alignment, and now we know the results. So when we started, it was a lot of candidates in the system, so we screened 1,000 plus candidates, we scheduled 250 plus interviews, and we hired 15 engineers for 6 different technologies, and all these activities happened within just 30 days. So Technic really helped us in making the process streamline, and client was also happy, because they were involved at all the stages overall, and they did not need to spend a lot of time and their bandwidth to do the follow-ups. So it was a win-win situation for both of us. And Yeah, that was it. Now I would like to request Maulik to take it up, and there is an announcement to do. So Maulik, we are waiting for that, and Mike is yours now.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Urvi. Thanks, Anshul, for sharing the insights today. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in from wherever you are. I won't take much of your time. I just want to add some additional context on who we are, where we are coming from. So, Ajackus is a trusted tech partner for growth stage organizations worldwide. Through our customer centric approach, we have impacted several industries, and the teams we have built, they have gone on to build the products that has gone in the hands of 500 million users. So we are really proud of that, and much of this success has come out of the team augmentation engagements that we have had in the last decade. As Urvi also laid out in the case study, I would like to again just summarize that we see successful team augmentation as culmination of these three activities: how we can do fast hiring, how we can do integrated trainings, and how we can continuously align teams with the help of engineering leaders in the process to create healthy feedback loops, healthy engineering culture that can unlock, we have been able to unlock industry leading retention rate of 93%. And that's how we have ensured success. That's how we have built agile and accountable technology teams for our clients. Our clients have been spread across continents. We have been fortunate enough to work with varied clients from east to west across time zones. We have significantly contributed to many industries: real estate, healthcare, fintech, manufacturing, oil and gas, e-commerce, retail, travel and hospitality. And we are very much confident to make to even any new problem, business problem, our teams are capable of finding a business a solution to that. So don't take our word for it. Our client reviews are available. Anshul mentioned earlier in the webinar that through platforms like Clutch, Good Firms, you can check out the genuine, authentic reviews of our clients. Some of them are mentioned here, but I definitely welcome you to check more reviews on these platforms. And if you are still not satisfied, we definitely welcome more vetting. We can connect you with our existing or past clients to get the honest feedback. We welcome that kind of vetting. And last but not the least, the announcement: we are introducing a team augmentation cost calculator today that is launched, that is live on our website. This helps you take the first step right away. You can get an estimated cost of your team depending on which skills you are looking for. As I've mentioned, we have great penetration into the talent pool, and through those insights, we have built a calculator that is in touch with what is going on today in the hiring industry, and as per that, it is calculating the cost. I'm sure every business is unique, the business problem is unique, so we would want to engage with you, but hope that this gives you a head start, and we can then connect with you to understand your priorities and create a plan that mirrors those priorities. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and hoping we can also answer some of the questions that you have. So with that, let's go to the Q&A.
Okay, guys. So I think we would be wrapping up this webinar. It was a great pleasure interacting with you guys. Always feel free to reach out to us if you get any sort of queries. If you are looking for a team augmentation, if you have any queries with respect to team augmentation, or if you're looking for a team augmentation partner, Janesh, I will be okay. So maybe before we wrap up, Maulik, if you can answer this question, that what would is the impact of AI that clients can hope for when it comes to team augmentation?
Yeah, I think we already see direct impact in a lot of hiring processes. They are getting faster. It's important to implement the AI responsibly and in a focused way with respect to what results you want out of it. And that is the problem that we have taken up on behalf of the client, and that's how we add value. So that is definitely an interesting space for us to explore more and more. We take it really seriously, and that's what I think Urvi also showed, that we have our own proprietary hiring platform, which we continuously improve through implementation of different AI technologies. Right now, we already do a lot of interview summaries and communication quality checks based on AI. So I'm sure it will get deeper and deeper as with more time, and I'm sure there will be impact in other areas as well. But we always believe that the staff augmentation, team augmentation is going to be always a combination of how you do things in an automated way and how you enable an engineering leader to create a healthy engineering culture, and that has to be a human element to it. So we are not looking forward to replacing all the process with AI.
Great. So thanks for that very insightful answer, Maulik. Janesh, I hope that it answers your query. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We will be always there to answer all your queries. If you're looking for any partnership with respect to team augmentation, please feel free to reach out to us, and we will try our best to cater to your demands. With that, thanks a lot, guys, for joining this webinar again. It was a pleasure to have every one of you as a very delightful audience. Thank you.